to spend the night, try to finish that tent platform tonight. We brought the tent up, got everything we need for a couple of days of working, and we're crossing the bridge right now, obviously. And I think a train may come through while we're on the bridge, so I thought that might be extra exciting to film. Oh well, train didn't come by. Alright, well this is an exciting moment. Wanted to film this. This is the tent. The tent has arrived at its final destination. We are so excited. Now the clock is ticking for us to get this tent platform totally buttoned up and get that tent set up. Da 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 da.
Come on, not.
We're gonna have a lovely evening up here. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna work hard, and we're gonna take a boat ride, maybe a swim, cook some hot dogs over a fire, and get up and keep working tomorrow. But it's gonna be really, really a lovely time. We couldn't have a more beautiful day. It is just epically beautiful today. It's high summer in Alaska, and the voice of the birch trees and the wind is just so soothing. So yay, the tent has arrived. We have visitors. They might be some of the same grebes I saw that were babies a few weeks ago. They're coming over to see what's going on here. They're right by our dock spot. Hello, you two. Thank you for coming by. Well, Jack works on getting the platform started, put together. He's doing all the very careful leveling and last-minute measurements before we start slapping those planks on. I'm hard at work figuring out precisely where the fire pit is going to be. And I think it's going to be right here. That way we can still get the ATVs through, keep our path clear, keep our path from the cabin and our path from the tent to the lake here if we want to go this way. But it'll be still kind of central to the cabin and to the tent. So I'm going to make it here. I've been gathering rocks. I'm going to dig away the soft duff, kind of get down to a level spot, and yeah, working on that. The neighbor grebes are wondering who's moving into the hood. They're out there just making a ruckus. The whole family, there's like 2 families of them, I think. Little neighborhood watch program they got going there. And Jack is putting the first actual timber locks. This thing is starting to actually be put together now. Woo! So we're using these things called timber locks to get these onto the poles, and that'll be our nice flat surface to put our cross planks on. Feels good, feels skookum.
Yeah, just 2.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Yay.
This is the softest wood.
It is. Pine, spruce is softwood. That's why we need that middle support.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it was hardwood planks, we might not. But
Yes.
it's good. It's all very good. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. More of our fabulous teamwork in action.
Pookie has a safe space.
Right. We're working on our tent platform at Pookie's house.
You know, I think Pookie riding in that spacesuit on your back is going to be...
Spacesuit. A little space pod bubble pack
Yeah.
that we've got.
It's gonna be nice on the ATV because it will, absorb the shock.
Yeah. All right, we worked hard today. We spent a lot of time swapping out pieces of lumber because they're various widths and they're a little wonky. It's really rough cut lumber. So we spent a lot of time doing that, mix and match, and trying to get a basically level combination. And now we have all the boards in place, and we're pooped. We're gonna go eat.
Yes.
And pick this back up in the morning. Maybe go for a nice evening boat ride. Maybe even a little swim. I'm pretty hot. So yeah, we did good, but we've got a long way to go, but I think we're ready to really rock and roll tomorrow. Well, we just went to John's and had a couple of hot dogs. Too tired to actually start a fire outside and make a production out of it. I took a little dip in the lake. Jack stuck his foot in the lake. It's pretty cold. It's been raining so much that the lake is quite refreshing now. And so now we're walking back down to our place. And we're gonna grab the canoe, go for a nice evening canoe ride, because boy, that's when the magic happens. Oh yeah. Okay, about to go for our evening boat ride, launching from our marine port. Lots of dragonflies enjoying the evening. Evening light is just lovely. Lots of mosquitoes. They won't be bad once we get out on the water. And away we go. Beautiful summer evening. Oh, there's so much work to do. But we also got to enjoy the process. Get away from the sun of the generator. It's the morning. I don't know what time it is right now, and we're back to work, and we're getting the center support skookumed up, and we're gonna... We decided the best thing to do would be to get out the frame of the tent and basically set it up and make darn sure that we have the dimensions necessary before we do any nailing or trimming of anything. Just a little security measure. So that's the next steps. We're gonna open up the frame, hope there's directions in it. Okay, we figured out how the poles fit together. The tent didn't really come with instructions with the frame. I could have printed them up. Sarah's printer wasn't working, and then I was going to take photos of the diagram, but didn't, so we're figuring it out on the fly. We figured out how they go together, but we also figured out that we have the longer poles and the shorter poles inverted. In other words, we got to switch them out to make the thing the right size. So we're going to dismantle this and do it right. It's a learning process. It's a learning curve. And we're figuring it out as we go along because that's the way we roll. So, a little snafu. We got the right poles in the right places, and we discovered that it looks like the tent company sent us the wrong size frame. What? Fortunately, they sent one. I think it's 12 by 12.
About the outside back.
The pounding of nails is not yet to begin. We're trying to make sure it's going to turn out square and not slightly diamond shaped.
Without having to use the Pythagorean theorem or whatever.
We're trying to do the eyeball but make it right.
We know 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. We know. But yeah, the thing is the boards aren't perfectly aligned, so.
Yeah, and the boards aren't perfectly straight or anything either, so it makes it kind of hard to figure out if we're right, because the boards are all warbly. That's Jack's new friend, his new battering ram friend. Just bopping things a little bit here and there to get it even.
Scoochy, scoochy here, scoochy, scoochy there.
Here a scooch, there a scooch. Everywhere a scooch, scooch. No nail shall be hammered until he is satisfied.
Well, it's a good thing the sun doesn't go down.
Can we nail now?
No.
Are we there yet?
No, turn off the camera.
The nailing has begun. Woohoo! There's lumberjack. Nailing in lumber. Meanwhile, I'm getting a little further on the fire pit here. Make it real. So next time we can cook and eat here, and stay here, and be here. No. Yeah. Behold, it's a tent platform. We haven't trimmed it yet because we're going to wait and make sure that the frame fits all good once we get the frame figured out. But we're tired and sore, and we're going to go back to town have a restful afternoon, get those dimensions. Oh no. Da-da, da-da. And wait for our next opportunity to come up. Maybe tomorrow morning, but probably not. Hopefully Sunday the weather will be decent enough to at least get up here and set that darn tent up. Yes.
Now let's go home and back to the bus and see our Shuggy.
Yeah, we left Shuggy alone last night, so she's gonna be a little mad at us probably when we get back, but I'm sure she's just fine. So yeah, we're gonna pack up and head back, and progress has been made, and we have a fire pit too, so woo! So Pookie caught her first shrew a little while ago. I heard a scuffle and I looked down at her, and I knew that she was going after something. And I said, "What did you get?" And she looked up at me and she had a little foot and a tiny tail hanging out of her mouth. But unfortunately, like cats tend to do, she decided to play with her food and lost it. So now she's trying to get it back. And she's acting like the shoe has gone into this little spot amongst the canned goods under the shelf there. So we'll see. I hope she gets it, because otherwise there's a half-dead shrew hanging out in the bus, and that's kind of icky. She seems pretty sure it's in there. He's reaching in there for something. Where'd you go, Shug? Are you a little bit embarrassed?